Back to the action. This is season number 9 of your ASEAN Basketball League. Your officials for tonight's matchup from Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore. Again, Wolf Warriors going up against the CLS Knights of Indonesia. Coach Brian Rousum going up against his buddy, Coach Matt Skillman of the Wolf Warriors. That's going to be a fun matchup here. Noel.
Well, you know, these two guys have actually known each other. I've talked to both coaches. They've actually been exchanging messages either through email or through WeChat for at least twice or thrice a week over the last 8 years. So this is a relationship that's gone really beyond just basketball. They were friends when they were still back at Doha, Qatar. In fact, I believe they actually coached the same club team, Al Rayyan, one of the more successful club teams in West Asia. And lo and behold, they're now here at the in China, meeting each other in person for the first time in a long time. And you know, these two guys, they know each other very well. And their systems are very, very similar, but you know, all the camaraderie is going to go out the door once the game begins.
That's right. I actually saw them chatting earlier, and I approached them. I told them, I know you guys are best buds, but you know, you can't share your game plans against each other or with each other here. You got to stay competitive. And you saw there the starting unit of the CLS Knights. No Wong Wei Long today.
Yeah.
He's going to be out due to personal reasons, attending family matters. And on the other side, you've got the usual starting unit here of Coach Matt Skillman. And again, about over a week rest for the Wolf Warriors to prepare for this game. Now, for you, Noel, what's the expectation now? Now, things have settled down on the camp of the Wolf Warriors. They've had a lot of practices in. What's your expectation now from this squad trying to get their first win before 2018 actually ends?
Yeah, you know what? It's as we take a look at Coach Matt Skillman here, it's interesting for an 0-8 team to be this upbeat coming into this game, and that is the kind of culture that Coach Matt Skillman has already instilled here in the Wolf Warriors. Yes, there's nowhere else but up. They still have about what? A little under 18 games remaining in the season, so there's still a lot of possibilities for them. But what I like is that Eddie Curry is almost at 100% right now. Eddie Curry suffered a groin pull at the opening day of the season. He's been trying to recuperate from that. 10 days of rest is going to help the veterans on the team. Eric Tisby, of course, one of them at the age of 30 years old. Mike Bell, 36. Eddie Curry, 36. Shai Chen, you know, he's had his wars over at the CBA. So those 10 days of rest is going to help them recuperate and, you know, get ready right here. This is their 7th home game, and this crowd has not waned since day number 1. They are here in full support for their Wolf Warriors, and of course, the Wolf Warriors want to reward them with a win at home today.
That's right. This is a good Wednesday crowd here in Dongmen Gymnasium.
Right.
Zhuhai, China, battle between the Wolf Warriors and the CLS Knights. Also an interesting fact here, Noel, CLS is actually 0-3 so far on the road, so this is also an opportunity for them to break that dry spell away from home. And ball is up. CLS will get the first crack at the basket here with Arif Hidayat doing the point guard duties. With Wong Wei Long out, here's a steal right away from Shentu, and he will go all the way.
That's a good start. We were talking about Chris Shentu at the top of the coverage. He and Jenning Liu actually bring that kind of energy on defense. And look at this extended 1-2-2 zone that's being played right now. And Arif Hidayat, they all know that he comes off the bench. He's going to be tasked to be, you know, the lead point guard today. That's a lot of energy he has to expend against this very tough defense.
First start of the season for Hidayat. Oh, Brandon with a breakaway jam to open things up for CLS.
That was just a breakdown in communication that time. They played great perimeter defense, and all of a sudden there was a wide open man underneath for CLS.
So Chris Shentu now will survey the floor here. He's up against the 6'5" Brandon Jawato. Tai Chen kicking it back out. Shentu drives. Shentu all the way. No good. Stephen Hurt getting the rebound.
You still like the energy, of course, being given here by Shentu. He's taking the first 2 attempts of this game.
And here's Maxi Esho again, coming off that 30-point outing. That is met up top by Eddie Curry, though.
Eddie Curry's moving a lot better right now. And I believe there's going to be a delay of game here called against the CLS Knights, it appears. But, you know, look at this. Eddie Curry just met Maxi Esho. Maxi Esho's got the hops, but Eddie Curry close to 90% already, according to the coach and according to himself as well. He's been having treatment almost every day for that groin pull. And that 10 days rest, big factor for Eddie Curry.
Encouraging sight for the Wolf Warriors fans. Eddie Curry only playing 11 minutes in that game against Saigon Heat. So expect him to play at least in the 20s today. for Coach
at the
Matt
very
Skillman.
least, you know, if he's almost at full strength, we might even see him play more than 20 minutes today.
Jawado missing from downtown. Mike Bell pulling down the board, and he will bring the ball down for the Wolf Warriors here, who are again looking for their first victory of their inaugural season. They go to Eric Tisby. Fancy dribbling from 15. Tisby bounces out though.
That's just a great dribble there by Eric Tisby, fooling the defense.
So Brandon Jawado. CLS Knights on the attack here. Maxi sets his feet, fires, no good. And long rebound will be retrieved by Monte Brandon, a fresh 14 to work with for CLS. Brandon, he goes to Jawado here, using that hurt screen. Brandon Jawado all the way to the hoop. Good drive by Brandon Jawado.
We've been talking about energy from the start of the game for the Wolf Warriors. How about Brandon Jawado getting it done right there? They all thought he was going to give the drop pass, but Jawado, when he gets on, he's on.
Brandon Jawado limited to only 6 points against San Miguel Ala Pilipinas on their home floor. Eddie Curry. And that's going to be a foul here against Stephen Hurt.
It's going to be a long day for Stephen Hurt if Eddie Curry continues to post him up like that. It didn't look like Stephen Hurt lost his balance as we see this one again. Good jockeying for position, but Eddie Curry just a little too slick in the post. That's really his territory. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of hurt from Hurt today.
Tough games for Stephen Hurt. Matchup-wise at the past few games as Tisby fires, catch and shoot. That's too strong because Stephen Hurt has had to play PJ Ramos in the past 2 games, and now he's going to be up against Eddie Curry. So Maxi Esho will retreat here. Arif Hidayat, who is pounded here by Eric Tisby. They will go to Monte Brandon from the baseline. That is short, not his shot. Eric Tisby now setting the table for the Wolf Warriors. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Yes, Noel?
Yeah, so far the defense has been pretty good here, despite the fact that they've allowed 2 layups so far for the Wolf Warriors. They want to make them work for everything at this point.
Mike Bell, catch and shoot. That's off. And the 3-point shooting, it's been off to begin the game for the Wolf Warriors. Jawado, difficult shot. No good, out of control there. Tisby off and running. Eric Tisby got the step on Hidayat. And Arif Hidayat will be called for the personal foul.
Arif Hidayat is going to have is going to be, you know, he's going to be picked on today. I mean, for lack of a better word to use, he's going to be picked on today. They all know that he's not the starting point guard really, in the absence of Wong Wei Long, and of course, he has to play all of these minutes right now, and they know that they can just put some pressure on him.
Right.
Let's see if Arif Hidayat can actually rise to the occasion here as Tisby makes his first.
And especially against Eric Tisby, we know how pesky Tisby can be in both ends of the floor. So Tisby dropping that one in. 4-all now, or 4-3 rather.
4-all, you're right.
4-all here in the first period. Arif Hidayat, Monte Brandon, Stephen Hurt from mid-range. That's good.
Eddie Curry's got to put up a hand there. I know he's trying to protect the paint, but you know, Stephen Hurt actually has that shot in his arsenal.
Eric Tisby off the spin, making his way, kicking it out. Back to Tisby here. He will go to Eddie Curry. Here's Curry at the low post. Eddie backing down, carving space. No good on the shot. Battle for the rebound. It goes to Hurt. 6-3 lead for CLS. Brandon will break away again.
That transition defense was a little slow that time for the Wolf Warriors, and they can't expect Eddie Curry to protect the paint all the time. They have to help each other.
So here's Mike Bell. He fires, trying to answer here for the Wolf Warriors. Nothing there. And now the CLS Knights creating a more comfortable cushion. Oh, but that's not going to be caught by Monte Brandon. So turnover for the Knights.
That's poor spacing that time between the 2 bigs of the CLS Knights. And I believe this is the official score right now, 8-3. You still got to look for more aggression. Eddie Curry's been posting up. He's only gotten the ball once, and he keeps on asking for it there, but Mike Bell has actually taken 2 open shots from the outside. They still need to find a way to get Eddie Curry the ball and establish that post.
So here's Sai Chen.
There it is.
They will go down low again. Curry with position. And that's a traveling infraction called on Curry.
That's a good call by referee Glenn Cornelio of the Philippines. Eddie Curry was a little too excited. He saw that he had a good seal, and the defense was a little late, but he did shuffle his feet. That's pretty easy to spot a size 18 moving in the lane.
So about 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. CLS Knights still holding on to this 5-point advantage. You got Brandon Jawado on top, working against Chris Shentu. Jawado looking for Esho, gets it to him. Esho firing over Tsai Chen, it's good.
Right, that's the first triple of the game. You know, the perimeter defense was good until that time for the Wolf Warriors.
Tisby. Oh, denied by Monte Brandon. Stephen Hurt on the move. He will go to Esho for the Slamma-jamma.
Not surprised that Matt Skillman has to call a timeout. Now he's going to call a timeout. Too much energy already. They're being out-energized right now by the visitors. And the CLS Knights in transition. Pretty tough team to stop.
Big run here by the CLS Knights. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back here in your ASEAN Basketball League. Going back to the action here in your ASEAN Basketball League season number 9, battle between the Wolf Warriors and the CLS Knights of Indonesia. First quarter action here, halfway done, 9-point lead by the CLS Knights. And it's Chris Shentu going to Tsai Chen here, who goes middle. Tsai Chen, short stab, that's good.
It makes it look so easy, but he actually did get the first step on the defense of Brandon that time.
So Tsai Chen on the board now. First 2 points off the game. Brandon Jawado stopping, going to Hurt here. Hidayat back to Hurt at the post. He's got this matchup against Curry. Brandon from the middle, spinning on Tsai Chen and getting the foul on Tsai.
That's actually a good foul given up by Tsai Chen, except that it was him who gave up the foul. They don't want him to get into foul trouble right now. He did get his first 2 points in the game, only scored 7 points in their last game. He has to get a little bit more aggressive. You can see that shoulder is sort of taped up. That was one of the injuries that he was nursing in that last game against Saigon.
Tsai Chen moving very well here in the first so far as Maxi Esho attacks, no good. Rebound goes to Esho as well, and he gets the put back to drop.
Eddie Curry was on his way down already for offense. He's got to stay there and finish the job in the post when it comes to rim protection.
So the second chance opportunities been working here for the CLS Knights. No good on the outside shot. Curry gets them the rebound. Tisby faking, kicking it out to Shentu. And that's going to be a turnover for the Wolf Warriors.
And these are really petty mistakes now being done here by the Wolf Warriors. It looks like the 10-day rest might have given them some rust. They need to get energized a bit right now. They're being out-hustled big time by CLS Knights without Wong Wei Long in the lineup at that.
Again, this is a Knights team that suffered that overtime loss against San Miguel Ala Pilipinas. There you go. That's some energy from Eric Tisby getting the steal. Mike Bell putting on the Jets. Oh, ball tapped by Brandon Jawado, picked up by Tsai Chen.
You gotta love the way Jawado just pokes at the ball. His energy is infecting the entire team right now on defense.
Oh, Shentu again. Wow. Second time in a row for Chris Shentu step on the sideline.
Now we're going to see an early sub here from Coach Matt Skillman. Shentu, after making the first basket of the game, a little lost, at least in his position. Twice he stepped on the sideline without anybody near him.
So Jening Leung, again a Chinese-Canadian coming off the bench here, averaging 8 points for the Wolf Warriors in the season. Stephen Hurt sending it out. They send it to Jawado here, who goes to Monte Brandon. Jawado, open look, knocks it down from 3.
And the question is, how long are the Wolf Warriors going to play this zone defense? The outside shooting of the CLS Knights starting to heat up.
18-6 start for CLS. Tsai Chen makes his way to the hoop plus the foul.
And at that time, Brandon Jawado was beaten to the punch, was beaten to the first step. You know, Tsai Chen, he has to take note that Eddie Curry, when he's posting up, he can't really, if Eddie Curry can't really get the ball, he has to establish some kind of secondary offense going inside. That's going to free up some of their shooters. And Tsai Chen, so far, so good for him.
Tsai Chen, second basket off the game. Knocks down the free throw. 5 points right now for Chen. So he trims the lead down to single digits here. 9 points, 18-9. You got Maxi Esho now looking for Stephen Hurt. And Hurt has been hesitant in attacking Eddie Curry here. Hidayat cross court. Jawado fakes, takes the shot. Jawado, no good. Monte Brandon battling for that rebound against Tsai Chen.
That's number 2 on Tsai Chen. That's the problem now for Matt Skillman. There was a bit of a hold there coming from Tsai Chen. And that was spotted quickly by our officials.
Good read as well from Monte Brandon. So CLS Knights with a fresh 14, fresh shot clock to work with. Esho Oh, blows by Curry behind the back to Monte Brandon for that jam.
I don't know if the reports were right that Eddie Curry's 90% done with that groin injury. It looks like he was still a bit slow trying to get back on defense.
An 11-point lead again opened up by the visiting CLS Knights of Indonesia. Approaching 2 minutes left in our opening frame. Curry down low, one dribble in. Curry off the glass and in.
And if he can get that kind of position here against Stephen Hurt, he should have a field day today. The thing is, Eddie Curry, that's like his third touch in the post today.
Maxi Esho from the top of the key. That's bullseye for Esho.
That zone defense, they got to start thinking about it right now. That's the third triple they've given up since they played that zone.
And again, they cannot trade baskets here with the CLS Knights. Mike Bell, catch and shoot for 3. No good. Stephen Hurt with a rebound. And here comes Jawado.
Just great boxing out there by Stephen Hurt. He wanted that rebound more than Eddie Curry.
Here's Esho again, stepping into a 3. That's too strong. Oh, Tisby with a good tap. Ahead to Tai Chen, who's got 2 defenders on him. Tai Chen cannot make the basket, but Mike Bell is right there to clean it up.
Just a great trail drop there by Mike Bell. Didn't take it for granted that Tai Chen could finish. Who was there to support.
Here's Monte Brandon. Oh, attacking Tai Chen. No help, and Brandon lays it up and in on the reverse.
The Wolf Warriors have to find a way to slow this game down. Even in the half-court set, the CLS Knights are still having their way because of their speed.
25-13. Tisby. Tai Chen puts it on the floor, on the fade now. Good move from Tai Chen.
But he's already matched his output from that game against the Saigon Heat right here in the first. Good start for Tai Chen, but he's playing with 2 fouls.
Chen is back on his top form. 10-point lead for CLS. Esho, they go to Brandon. Again attacking Tai Chen. No good. Brandon gets it back. And here's the basket again from Monte Brandon.
You have to find another matchup. Tai Chen can't be guarding the import of the opponent with 2 fouls already. Mike Bell should be able to slide over and help him out.
12 big points in the first frame for Brandon, or Monte Brandon, yes. Oh, Mike Bell, poked by Esho. Here's Jawado on the move, lobs it up. Brandon finishes with a lay-in.
Yeah, Brandon's close to outscoring the entire Wolf Warriors team all by himself.
5 seconds remaining in the first. Eric Tisby dribbling against Hidayat. Tisby puts it up, in and out. And that will mark the end of the first quarter here in Tomen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. The visiting CLS Knights of Indonesia off to a great start, 29-15 after the first.
Ini jangan pakai mikir. Nih, fit Mi, 50 kali doang. Bisa gitu.
Fit Me, makan mie, jangan mikir.
Second quarter action almost underway here inside the Domin Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. Matchup between the Wolf Warriors and the CLS Knights. This is your 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. Martin Javier working with Noel Zarate in this game, and a strong start for CLS offensively. Noel shooting 59% from the field, and 2 players in double figures right away with Brandon. Here he is in transition, now with 14 points, count the basket plus the foul. And the other player in double digits is Maxi Esho with 10 points.
Well, you can see that Brandon has a task right now. He wants to outscore the entire Wolf Warriors squad all by himself. And if the transition defense is going to be this slow, even with Eddie Curry already on the bench, Wolf Warriors are going to have a problem. Great start, as you mentioned here, for the CLS Knights because they are wanting to run the ball more. And they have been successful in the first quarter. Think about it, 29 points over 10 minutes. That's ridiculous.
That's right, and Tai Chen counters right back there with a dipsy-do basket. Wolf Warriors still down by 14 big points. 31-17.
And you did mention, of course, that they cannot afford to trade baskets right now, but they're still leaving the perimeter shooters open despite the fact that they're no longer playing zone.
Lucky break there. Maxi Esho missed from downtown. And Eric Tisby now. Tai Chen breaks away. Yes!
That's a bad gamble that time by Maxi Esho. Tai Chen was already heading towards the hoop when he gambled for that steal. So Tai Chen now, how about this? 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting.
First player in double figures for the Wolf Warriors. Maxi Esho drops it off to Nugroho. Denied by Bell. One more time for Nugroho.
A longtime member of the Indonesian national team. You can see Firman Nugroho with his first 2 points of the game. Whoa.
Jansu could not make the basket. And that's tap out of bounds. Warriors. So Wolf Warriors will have possession.
That's just a lucky break there for the Wolf Warriors because that offense was going nowhere quick. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they perform with this smaller lineup with no legitimate center on the floor.
Jansu again firing and hitting the three-pointer.
How about that? He airballed his first attempt and then he makes his second attempt. You gotta love the energy and the confidence, of course, being shown by Yan.
Jansu 10 points off the bench against the Saigon Heat. Here is Panagan. Oh, Jansu with a steal.
So the second unit is actually doing a lot better defensively, trying to break up the plays and trying to slow it down in terms of their offense as well.
34-22 here in the first quarter. Side send to Mike Bell. Cross court, Jansu this time moves closer. Oh, steps back for three. Banks it in.
Just a
Wow.
long two actually, but he's now getting the respect of Brandon with regards to his perimeter game.
Jansu getting that one to drop in the lead. Is down to 10. 34-24. Monte Brandon, Maxi Esho. Here's Panagan. Oh, losing it. Tisby. Eric Tisby's defense working here.
Look at the bench here of the Wolf Warriors. They're bringing in a Lee Jun right now, so they're bringing their third unit, and their third unit is now starting to outwork the second unit of the CLS Knights.
Lee Jun, of course, also an experienced CBA player in this Wolf Warriors lineup. Good move. Floater doesn't drop though for Jennings Leung. And here comes Maxi Esho. He's got Mike Bell on him. Approaching now is Maxi. Maxi on the Hezi. They will go to Cornyawan. Sandy back to Esho here. Baseline move. Again, double teamed.
Great defense by the Wolf Warriors.
Tisby. He's got Cornyawan to beat. Tisby flips it up and in.
Brian Rousem is going to call a timeout, and rightfully so. Boy, oh boy, the bench is starting to become a factor in this game for the Wolf Warriors.
Wolf Warriors able to cut the lead down to 8, courtesy of this move by Eric Tisby in transition. Timeout, CLS Knights. Back to the action here in your ASEAN Basketball League, live inside Tomin Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. CLS Knights versus the Wolf Warriors, and a spirited run for the Wolf Warriors here, Noel, in the second frame, cutting the lead down to 8 points. Most recent basket was from Eric Tisby. Energy in transition, blowing by Cornyawan for the layup.
And it's interesting right now, Matt Skillman coming off that timeout by Coach Brian Rousem, reinserts Eddie Curry with Mike Bell, so he actually sits Eric Tisby, who was actually trying to speed it up in terms of their offense.
Wow.
Let's see how this unit works. I've never seen this unit together before.
No legitimate point guard on the floor for the Wolf Warriors. Cornyawan. Firman Nugroho moves in. Sandy puts it on the floor. Runs into trouble, and that's going to be a traveling violation on Sandy.
And Sandy Cornyawan's strength is really just looking for a spot up opening over usually at the corners. If he puts the ball on the floor and there's no legit point guard also on the floor, well, of course, there is an attitude they have right now. He couldn't find him. But if you can't find your point guard, Sandy Cornyawan's got the ball, chances are he could turn it over.
So on that dead ball, Noel, Coach Brian Rousem responding by putting Stephen Hurt back on the floor. He's got Curry now at the low post. Eddie Curry, short hook, too strong. Mike Bell with a rebound. Couple of fakes, Mike Bell goes for the reverse.
And that's a veteran move there by Mike Bell. Didn't try to force it on the strong side, waited for the reverse layup to become available. And look at this leads down to 6.
28-34. About 4 minutes gone in our second frame. Again, Wolf Warriors creating a run here in the second. Cornyawan. They go to Hurt from the top of the key. 4 seconds to shoot. Hurt from 17, no good. And Mike Bell gets the rebound.
It's so simple. If you can spot those perimeter shooters and deny them the ball, that means some of the other guys who aren't really perimeter shooters are going to have to take those shots. And that happened to Hurt that time.
So 12 seconds to shoot here for the Wolf Warriors. Still Jansu with the basketball. He stops. A good bounce pass though. That is stolen away.
That was Stephen Hurt tapping that ball away.
Sandy for three. No good. Yansu with the rebound. Wolf Warriors on the move again. They've been getting stops here in the second quarter. Jenning Leung loses the basketball out of bounds.
And I like that Chai Chen actually took a rest here. Now here comes Eric Tisby as well. They're now sort of on even ground. They're only down by 6. Earlier they were down by what, 16? That looked a little daunting, but that second and third unit, you gotta give them a big applause for getting the starters ready to make a run at this. It's only a 6-point lead now for the Knights.
Brandon Joano also back on the floor after a brief rest on the bench of CLS. He will go to Maxi Esho, who will move closer. Back to Joano outside. Hidayat to Esho, wide open for three. Too strong, and that's another stop here for the Wolf Warriors. They are on the move. Shentu, sidestep, and that will be tapped out of bounds by Brandon Joano.
Yeah, you're going back to that last play. You know, Maxi Esho likes to take those outside shots when he can see the board. At the time he was at the side, it's usually more inaccurate than when he's taking it from the top of the key. So you'd rather live, if you're gonna sag down, if you're gonna switch on everybody and leave Maxi Esho open in the corner, that's actually a shot that you can live with.
That's right. Maxi usually shoots it from the wings or at the top of the key. And a foul here against the CLS Knights.
And the aggression of Chai Chen is now starting to pay off. He's starting to get the respect of the defense. And at that time, Brandon was a little too close. He got whistled for the foul. Again, Chai Chen will be a big factor here. Eddie Curry's trying to establish the post, but Chai Chen's trying to establish that penetration. If both gentlemen get that done, the perimeter is going to be wide open for the Wolf Warriors.
Eric Tisby stopping, kicking it out to Mike Bell, who goes to Chai Chen at the post. Oh, denied by Monte Brandon. He gets it back though. Mike Bell on the drive, and that's a shot clock violation on the Wolf Warriors.
And that's an Eric Tisby call. He was right there on top of the key. Should have informed Mike Bell that the shot clock was only at 3 seconds when he received the ball. It's the point guard's job, especially if he's on top of the key, to inform everybody how much time is left on the clock.
So this will give the opportunity back to the CLS Knights. Let's see if they can take advantage and get a more comfortable cushion again. Stephen Hurt. He goes to Hidayat here. The handoff. He's got Tisby on him. Hidayat, the floater in the lane. No good. Oh, it drops though.
And out of Hidayat, you know, surprising everybody. He does have that move that he does use every now and then. But again, Arif Hidayat is going to have to play a lot of minutes in this game. He has to pace himself.
Good basket to put out the fire for the CLS Knights. Eddie Curry, good spin.
That's too close.
And that's 2 points for Eddie Curry.
Again, somebody's got to help Kurt. You know, they got to double team him already there. I know the perimeter shooters are there, but they just got to test it. You'd rather give up these outside shots than a high percentage hook shot coming from Eddie Curry.
But a quick counter on the other end by Stephen Hurt. Knocks down the jumper there to stretch the lead back to 8 points. Tisby getting to the lane. Good bounce pass inside. Shentu could not get to it.
Oh, that's his now.
Eddie Curry down low again for the deuce.
And if they establish that post by Eddie Curry, and you know, Stephen Hurt is starting to figure out, is starting to think, guys, help me out here.
Eddie Curry a bit too much now down low, and they force the turnover against the CLS Knights.
And think about this, Monte Brandon has 14 points in the game, scored the first 2 points here in the second. He has not added to that total since, because the defense has been getting the ball out from his hands, trying to get everybody involved. But the thing is, Brandon needs to have the ball in his hands for them to be successful. The thing is, Maxi Esho hasn't had a decent touch. Joano's going to sit down right now because he hasn't been part of the offense here as well in the second quarter. And now it's going to be a mind game between these two coaches that know each other very well.
Two best buds battling it out here in China. Eddie Curry, the cross-court pass, catch and shoot for Jenning Leung, drops.
That is the result of Eddie Curry establishing the post and Chai Chen establishing that he can penetrate anytime. The shooters are gonna love it.
Lead is down to 3. CLS Knights in a bit of a trouble here in the second frame. Esho with the offensive rebound. And he is working against the smaller Jenning Leung. Esho makes his move, and a foul inside. That's going to be against Leung.
And again, that drop-down zone, they've already made the decision. When the ball's outside, they go man-to-man. But the moment there's a post threat, they all converge. Look at this zone defense being played there. Esho's going to have a hard time, especially with the spacing being given by the other two imports. They got to know exactly where to put themselves when Esho posts up. Otherwise, post-ups are not going to work against the defense of the Wolf Warriors.
Matt Skillman calls for a time. It is a 3-point lead for the CLS Knights. 2:43 remaining in the first half. Back to the action. Still in the second frame in this matchup between the Wolf Warriors and the CLS Knights. But what a run here in the second quarter for the Wolf Warriors, cutting the lead down to 3 points. And they're now more effective, especially on the defensive end. They've been getting a lot of stops here in the second frame against CLS.
Now watch this defense, they're going man-to-man, and then all of a sudden they drop down to a zone at the last second. And the CLS has to pick this one off and start shooting from the outside just like that.
Oh, again, another fire extinguisher here from Arif Hidayat.
Yeah, they got another guard in there, and the person of Katon Bascoro. So I believe Hidayat's not going to play off the ball where he's more effective.
Oh, Eddie Curry, ball stripped away. Mike Bell gets it back. Mike Bell towers for that jam.
Don't celebrate too early after you get that. You know, everybody was trying to get, Eddie Curry was trying to react to get a foul, but you know, Mike Bell never turned his back, got the steal and got the dunk.
Down to a 4-point lead again, Maxi Esho. Bounce pass inside.
Oh.
And that's going to be a foul against the Wolf Warriors.
That's number 3 on Chai Chen. So they call it seconds foul. All right. So it looked like he got 2 fouls in the first quarter. They actually gave the foul on someone else. So that's good news for Coach Matt Skillman here, Martin.
Right. And that will get a lot more minutes here on the floor for Chai Chen. So far, he is the leading scorer of the Wolf Warriors with 11 points. So they cannot afford to lose him, especially when they're making this big run.
Well, Eddie Curry's got to get his head in the game. He was complaining about the foul that happened a few minutes ago that wasn't called.
Here's the inbound. Bascoro, oh, open look. Oh, he knocks it down.
That's very, very disheartening after playing really good defense. You lose your balance. Nobody recovered to try and help, and that was just a wide open shot. 5
triples now for the CLS Knights, and the lead is back to 7. Jawado getting aggressive for that steal. Jawado all the way.
Energy, energy, and energy. That's what Brandon Jawado's bringing to the table now for the Knights.
And a 5-0 run stretches the lead to 9. Eddie Curry with a jam.
Eddie Curry, this is the most active we've seen him over the last few games.
Eddie Curry, great production here in the first half. It's going to go the other way. Wolf Warriors will have possession.
Now, Maxi Esho has to realize that he has 2 guards on the floor to try and establish what he's trying to do. He's not the point guard out there. And, you know, at the moment he puts the ball down, there's going to be some ball hawking happening, and that time it hit his foot.
Exchange of locals on the floor for Coach Matt Skillman. That's Chris Shantu coming in for Jenning Leung. Eric Tisby goes to Mike Bell. Oh, the extra pass here to Curry. Mike Bell passed up on the open look. So here's Curry. Now makes his way to the hoop. No good on the reverse. Chai Chen retrieves it. Puts it back in.
That's just veteran smarts there from Chai Chen. Didn't take it strong because he knew there was rim protection. Just moved it around the defender for an easy look.
13 points in the first half for Chai Chen. Bascoro goes outside. Jawado for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Bell. Wolf Warriors off and running here. The cross-court pass to Tisby. Shantu with the open look. Knocks that one down.
Yeah, the shooters are going to have a field day right now. They have established everything they wanted on the half-court set. It's now time for the shooters of the Wolf Warriors to deliver.
What an onslaught here in the second frame for the Wolf Warriors. Able to cut the lead down to 2 points, but we've got a foul against Chris Shantu on the other side with 7.9 remaining in the first half.
Well, that's not going to put them over the limit right now, but as you mentioned, Martin, great run here, great energy shown by the Wolf Warriors. This is what we expected from the first quarter. Let's see if they can sustain this in the second half.
So here's Bascoro. Last seconds of the first half. Bascoro with a strong move. 1 second remaining. It will go the other way. But time will expire here in the first half. We are still inside Domen Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, China. At halftime, CLS Knights up by 2 points, 46-44. A spirited run to end the first half for the Wolf Warriors.
Makan jangan mikir. Nih, Fitri, gak bikin gendut.
Fit me, makan mie, jangan mikir.
Lapar. Makan jangan mikir. Nih, Fitri, gak bikin gendut.
Fit me, makan mie, jangan mikir.
We're going to start the second half, the third quarter, 45-44. A 1-point lead by the CLS Knights.
That is official now.
Hairline advantage. That is the official score. All right. Second half underway. Hidayat still hounded by Tisby here. CLS Knights holding on to this matchstick lead. Let's see how they will respond. Stephen Hurt from the free throw line there.
And again, Eddie Curry can't do everything by himself. They usually drop down to a zone the moment the ball enters the lane. It didn't happen that time.
Third basket off the game for Stephen Hurt for 6 points, 3 out of 5 from the field. Side Chem, short hook, in the lane, it's good.
And Eddie Curry was there in case he would miss and in case he wanted a drop pass. Once again, the defense in the interior for the CLS Knights being torn apart by 2 guys.
15 big ones for Tai Chen already. Maxi Esho on the left-handed lay-in.
And again, Eddie Curry got out of the paint before the drive, and I believe this is a technical foul there, Martin.
Because Maxi Esho, rather, said some words to our referee right after he made the shot. And technical free throw here for Chris Shentu. Trimming the lead down to 2 points, 9-14 remaining.
This actually could be one of the best games of the season at the rate these guys are going at it. You have to remember that CLS has already won twice, and they've already, they've dispatched the former champions Hong Kong and last year's finalist Mono Vampire. So those are 2 pretty big scalps that the Knights have gotten in their 2 wins. However, they did lose 5 times already this season.
And they haven't won on the road.
Yes.
So Eric Tisby, Sai Chen, shot clock violation.
Again, that's Eric Tisby's call. He's got to be able to know how much time is left on the shot clock. And going back to what you're saying, that the CLS Knights have not won on the road. Well, both Warriors haven't won at all, especially 0-6 here at home.
47-49. Over a minute gone here in the third quarter. Feels longer though. Arif Hidayat going to Stephen Hurt here, working against Curry. Hurt has been hesitant to attack Curry. Jawado puts it on the floor, and that's a personal on Shentu.
Again, Jawado, despite the fact he's had 1 3-pointer already, they were 5 of 13 from deep in the first half. We're talking about the CLS Knights. He's still getting the kind of respect that a shooter gets. And Shentu's got to make him, make a shot first before trying to challenge a shot that hasn't existed yet.
Jawado is 1 out of 4 from the 3-point range. Here he is again against Chris Shentu. Hurt will fire the 3. That is short for Stephen Hurt.
Yeah, pretty much like what Eddie Curry did. You want to burn me from the outside? Give it your best shot.
So now Wolf Warriors with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3-pointer. Mike Bell on the reverse jam!
Again, Chai Chen's penetration powers has allowed Mike Bell to move well without the ball for that reverse jam.
49 all. 8-12 remaining in the third quarter. And Monte Brandon fouled hard going to the basket.
Yeah, that was a playoff type foul given up there by Mike Bell, making sure that no layup was going to be available, making earn it from the line. And you can see there, everybody's just concerned about everybody's safety here. But that was a great foul given up there by Bell. Now Brandon's going to be tested from the line.
And Monte Brandon, he scored 12 big points in the first quarter. He was held down to only a basket in the second frame for 14 points. now 15 with that free throw.
Again, that first quarter was a lot of transition, a lot of easy looks for the CLS Knights. You know, a little bit of a rusty start for the Wolf Warriors after the 10-day layoff. Second quarter was a different story, but let's see if these free throws get Monte Brandon calibrated.
So back to a 2-point lead for the CLS Knights. 2 minutes gone in the third. They go to Shentu, who will go back out to Tisby. Bullseye!
So they have come back from 16 points down to take the lead.
Jawado. Wolf Warriors on top here, 52-51. Stephen Hurt from the baseline, oh good. Mike Bell with a rebound. Oh, Jawado gets it back. Hidayat squares up for the three-pointer, no good. Mike Bell retrieves it.
They had so much time on the shot clock to try to get it inside to Hurt. They didn't do it. They settled for the first shot that they had.
And again, that was Arif Hidayat tapping the ball out of bounds, deflecting the ball to prevent the easier basket on the other end. Wolf Warriors, though, on top here, 52-51. They go to the post. Eddie Curry, cross court. Sai Chen puts it on the floor. Nowhere to go there, and Esho gets it back for CLS.
A better defense that time for the CLS Knights, denying both the penetration and the post-up.
Look out, Esho! Attacking with authority there, plus the foul.
Remember that Maxi Esho got teed up earlier. He's going to let his basketball do the talking from now on. That was just a spirited drive and a great finish with no defense around. Maxi Esho makes them pay.
Maxi Esho is mad here in the third frame.
He's the Mad Maxi.
Mad Max, that's right. Lead is back to CLS. 7 and 10 remaining here in the third quarter. And you got Maxi Esho now shooting the bonus free throw. Too strong though. Eric Tisby bringing the ball down. Here he comes. Zhening Leung driving left. Goes to Mike Bell, who stops. Mike Bell looking for Eddie Curry down low. He's got Hurt on him. Curry attacking. Short hook is good.
Eddie Curry is now showing that he can be a dominant force here in this league. If he's past his injury woes, this guy has really taken care of his body. I don't know if we've already talked about it before, but Eddie Curry is no longer eating fast food. He is at the gym all the time. He's taking care of his body, getting enough rest, and at 36 years old, he's still showing it to the ABL fans.
In great shape here, and he's been producing. 10 points so far for Eddie Curry. Esho on the turnaround. No good. And this is Tisby again. Quickly to the other end. He pulls up for three. That would have been big. Mike Bell getting the rebound, but it is stopped out of bounds by Maxi Esho.
That was actually a good shot there by Eric Tisby because there was nowhere else to go inside. Nobody was anywhere near him for that three-point attempt. And again, it's going to be a question now of who dictates the tempo. The Wolf Warriors are making CLS guess on every offensive.
This is Eric Tisby triggering it in to Mike Bell. Sai Chen losing it. Curry gets it back. Eddie Curry loses it, and CLS with a steal. Hidayat, Brandon back outside to Hidayat, who moves closer, cross court to John. And Jawado, Brandon gets back and lays it up and in.
And you know, got two players going for the ball. You're still gonna like that if you're Matt Skillman, everybody trying to get the ball. And that's what we were talking about. You let Brandon Jawado shoot from the outside. If he burns you, let's see if he can do it again. And so far, the percentages say he's only 1 of 5 today.
Tisby, no good on the free. And Stephen Hurt with a rebound. CLS on the attack again. Stephen Hurt back to Esho. Esho goes behind Sai Chen there, moves back. Jawado stopping. And they will go to Esho for three. That's too strong. And it will go the other way. Wolf Warriors will have possession.
They've taken so many outside shots, so many shots from beyond the arc. I like this sub now for Matt Skillman, resting Eddie Curry and bringing in the new guy, number 32 guy, Sun Hefeng.
Yeah. First time on the floor here for the Wolf Warriors. Number 32, Sun Hefeng. Yansu Attacks Esho. Drops it in. Dangerous pass picked off by Hurt.
You can't keep forcing it inside. You got to get creative on offense.
Jawado the hop step. Met by Yansu, but he will be fouled. And on his way to the free throw line is Brandon Jawado.
And Brandon Jawado, that time, you know, he's got to learn that he can penetrate actually against this defense without Eddie Curry on the floor for the Wolf Warriors.
And a timeout here by the Wolf Warriors. Down by a point, 55-54, under 5 remaining in the third. Second half action underway here. And the CLS Knights, again with a matchstick advantage, both teams scoring 10 points so far. And we have 4:57 remaining in the third. Great energy we are seeing coming out of the dugout here, Noel, from both sides. But Brandon Jawado goes to the free throw line here.
You know, the CLS Knights haven't really established their outside game. Yes, they've made 5 3-pointers already in this game, but most of those came in the first quarter when it was like open court basketball. The Wolf Warriors have already adjusted to that. Eddie Curry has been establishing himself as an inside presence. Now that he's sitting down, it's going to be more of motion we're going to be seeing here now from the Wolf Warriors, but those free throws are going to help Jawado's confidence.
But Curry's played 21 minutes already for 10 points. Tisby almost fell down. And a foul here against the CLS Knights. Hidayat called for it.
The referee saying that was not a shooting foul, so they're just going to have this one in on the baseline. So we can see this one again. Yeah, that was a pass to Mike Bell. Good call by the officials.
So 4:48 remaining, a fresh shot clock to work with. Wolf Warriors on offense. Now the stop by Stephen Hurt. So Eric Tisby will get it back here. The inbound, still looking for a teammate. He gets it to Jennings Leung, who drives. Leung, floater in the rain, it's good.
If he gets the first step on any of the guards of the CLS Knights, Jennings Leung is going to have a field day.
5 points, second basket off the game for Leung. Stephen Hurt goes to the corner, Jawado, bullseye!
Yeah, that's it. Brandon Jawado, with those 2 free throws, is able to get the guns back. And he's going to be a threat right now. The defense has to change for the Wolf Warriors.
Tisby breaks away, kissing it off the glass and in.
First step, very important in this man-to-man defense being shown now by the CLS Knights. Nobody really helping out.
Oh, Stephen Hurt makes his way to the hoop for the deuce.
And just telling the new guy, hey, son, get up, son.
Body to body there with Sun. Yansu. They go to Jennings Leung, who's got the matchup here against Jawado. Another floater, no good. But Mike Bell towering for that tip.
I love this lineup right now. No Chai Chen, no Eddie Curry, no problem still for the Wolf Warriors getting the basket inside.
And Hidayat, again hounded by Tisby.
That's a ball hog violation, Martin.
Wow. Relentless defense here in the second half for the Wolf Warriors.
Somebody's got to help out these guards from CLS. Yeah.
They're sorely missing the services of Wong Wei Long here, which provided them the stability at the point guard position. Eric Tisby now stopping, shooting, and scoring.
Eric Tisby, this is his time to shine with a lineup this quick. And another timeout here for the Knights.
Tie game again, 62 apiece. 3:24 remaining in the third frame. 62 all here in the third quarter. Back inside Domin Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, China. A great matchup between the Wolf Warriors and the CLS Knights of Indonesia. Wolf Warriors with a slight edge lead here in the third quarter, outscoring CLS 18-17. And if earlier, Noel, it's been all Chai Chen for the Wolf Warriors. Now, the scoring has equalized for them. 4 players in double figures already. Chai Chen leading the way with 15.
It's interesting. The CLS has its best unit on the floor. They're still having a hard time getting an open look.
Oh, Hidayat misses that one. Here is Eric Tisby. He will settle down the troops here. Under 3 remaining. In our third frame, Tisby. He's got Hurt on him on the switch. Tisby. He likes this matchup. Steps back for 3. No good. Esho taps it to Jawado.
Nobody really moving on that offensive thrust by the Wolf Warriors.
Stephen Hurt had position inside, and Mike Bell will be called for the personal.
Now this is where Stephen Hurt actually has an advantage. Mike Bell is not a natural center. And Stephen Hurt, although he is a natural power forward, is really adapted to that center position. What's bad about this right now is that the Wolf Warriors are now over the limit. And Stephen Hurt's going to get some free points here. Now the entry of Chai Chen could change now the complexion of how the CLS Knights play defense. That's right.
And now CLS can now attack and get themselves to the free throw line here with 2:34 remaining here in the third quarter.
You know it's actually raining outside.
Yeah.
So some of the moisture might actually be trickling into our stadium.
So Stephen Hurt goes to the free throw line here. 8 points. This is his first trip to the line.
And he's actually being outworked by Eddie Curry. And he's played more minutes than Eddie Curry in this game.
Right. But he is 4 out of 8 from the field. Trickling that one in is Stephen Hurt for 9 points so far in the game.
Yeah, the new guy, Sun Hefeng, could be about 6'9", 6'10", because he's not giving up much against Stephen Hurt.
And Hurt drops in 2 free throws, extending the lead here. We're getting the CLS back the lead, 64-62. Eric Tisby. They go to Tsai Chen, who launches the free, knocks it down.
That wasn't part of the play. It was supposed to go back to Eric Tisby, but Chai Chen says, why not? And how about this?
Here's a steal for Tisby.
This is the kind of basketball the Wolf Warriors, they take it away again.
Tisby with another takeaway here for the Wolf Warriors. Tsai Chen working on Esho, goes to Mike Bell. He will retreat here. Eric Tisby, 14 on the clock. Back to Mike Bell. They go to Tsai Chen, straight away free. That's not gonna work. Here comes Hidayat. The crowd slowly getting into it. Maxi Esho. They go back out to Hurt for the mid-range J. No good. A minute and a half remaining in the third frame.
And the perimeter game has really disappeared now for the CLS. Nice, great pick and roll.
Tsai Chen on the finish. What a turnaround here in the third, Noel.
They started this in the second without Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry all set to check in. I don't know if Matt Skillman's going to continue here, but they have been doing very well, the second unit on the floor.
69-64, that is the count. Here is Stephen Hurt on the drive. Could not bank it in. And the ball will go the other way.
And you know, Monte Brandon is getting frustrated. He's had 2 touches the entire third period. He has not gotten the ball. He had 12 points in the first quarter. He has been the forgotten man now for the CLS Knights. That's why they're down by 5.
That's right. They haven't been going to Monte Brandon.
Yeah, they did bring Eddie Curry, and they want this unit to finish the third period.
So under a minute remaining. Wolf Warriors with the lead. Eric Tisby. He's got Pascoro on him. They go to Yansu, who fakes, moves it closer. Tried to drop it off. He gets the ball back though. 9 seconds to work with. And a traveling violation on Yansu.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Tried to do too much on offense.
But the moment he got trapped in there were 4 white shirts around him, trying to look for a way to get it out. But again, you still like the fight being shown here by the Wolf Warriors. It's hard to believe they were down 16 the way they were playing. Look at how many steps he took actually to try to get there.
So Monte Brandon, he will bring the ball down here for CLS. 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
You know, this could work. If Brandon has the ball coming down court, he could create for himself and for his teammates.
Brandon goes back to Hurt, back to Brandon here, who drives and banks it in.
That's it. You know, he just needs his touches. I'm still wondering why the CLS Knights really haven't gone to him.
Last possession of the third for the Wolf Warriors here. A chance to finish strong. Tisby to Tsai Chen. Did not shoot the field. Young fires and knocks it down.
Great patience and great trust shown by the Wolf Warriors, and they are loving it here in Domen.
6-point lead. to end the third quarter for the Wolf Warriors. 72-66. Wow, what a run here in the third. And when we return, fourth quarter action of this game, you guys are watching the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League.
Lapar, makan mie jangan mikir. Nih, nih, tak bikin dulu.
Fit me, makan mie, jangan mikir.
And we begin the fourth period with the Wolf Warriors up by 6 points. You guys got Martin Javier, Noah Zarte doing this game. And again, what a turnaround in the third period. Wolf Warriors just grabbing that 6-point advantage, 72-66.
But you know what, for the Wolf Warriors, they have to keep staying aggressive. They can't rest on their laurels. Yes, it's only 6. They can probably build this lead up a bit more. But you got to remember, against the West Sports Malaysia Dragons in this very same building, they were up by 12 with less than 4 minutes to go and lost that game.
That's right. But I'm sure they learned from that experience against West Sports. Here's Leong from the top of the key.
He's not penetrating today. He's just loving the open looks right now. Biggest lead of the game now for the Wolf Warriors.
Wow, 75-66. Maxi attacking Curry there, and Eddie Curry will be called for the foul. 9 and 29, yeah.
That's only actually the first foul on Eddie Curry there, Martin. So he has really paced himself well. Had to help out. And Eddie Curry's just got to stay in the game. His team's doing well. He doesn't have to challenge every call against his squad. Just stay focused the way he has through the first 3 quarters.
Good smart move by Maxi Esho to bring himself to the free throw line. Esho so far with 16 points. 6 out of 14 from the field, and from the line he has 2 out of 3.
You got to remember, he's coming off a 30-point performance in overtime, though, in the loss against Ala Pilipinas. He's averaging close to 23 a game, but the limited touches among the imports, that has been the key to the success so far of the Wolf Warriors.
So Eric Tisby now is working against Panagan. Oh, Chai Chen fakes the pass, goes to Curry. Curry scores!
That's a great steal by Eddie Curry there. He had a mismatch. Brandon was on him. And great recognition by Chai Chen.
9-point lead again. Curry now with 12. Esho decides to move closer. Ball tapped by Jenning Leong.
This defense starting to get stifling now for the Wolf Warriors. There is no half-court execution present. Again, the absence of Wong Wei Long. We keep on talking about him, but he is their heart and soul. He is their point guard. Without Wong Wei Long in the lineup, everybody is just ad-libbing right now, especially the guards. Pascoro, you had Arif Hidayat as well, but everybody is trying to look for some kind of a pulse, and Maxi Esho's provided that.
Maxi still attacking here. 77-70. Eric Tisby has got the advantage here against Panagan. Tisby against Hurt on the switch. Tried to lob it up to Bell, broken up by Monte Brandon. So 11 seconds to shoot for the Wolf Warriors.
Right, Martin, he got lucky that time. That was that play tried to be a little bit cute. Chai Chen could have swung the ball inside of Mike Bell if that was their intention.
So again, Eric Tisby triggering it in. He goes to Jenning Leong. He fires the long three-pointer. That's off to the right. Esho getting the rebound from Chai Chen. Here's Maxi. He will bring the ball down. They go to Brandon, who stops and turns and goes to Esho. Maxi pulls up, banks that one in. Esho providing the scoring to begin the fourth for CLS.
But that zone defense is back again, and the order of Coach Brian Rossum, the moment they use that zone, find a way to get to the parts where there are no people and hit that open shot. That's exactly what Maxi Esho did.
But on the other side, you got Chai Chen, an aggressive Chai Chen, getting a shot at the basket. And he will go to the free throw line here. Let's see the play here. Again, going off the dribble there is Chai Chen. Foul called against Maxi Esho.
Well, Chen's got 20 right now. You have to remember he came off a 7-point performance in the blowout loss against the Saigon Heat. This is pretty much what we know. He scored 28 against Hong Kong in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So anything's possible for this kid.
And check out the stats of Tsai Chen. Although he missed the free throw, 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Yes.
It's the playmaking that's providing the bonus here for the Wolf Warriors.
And most of those assists actually went to Eddie Curry when Eddie Curry was posting up.
So 78-72, that is the count. Maxi against Tsai Chen. Maxi on the spin cycle. And it will be CLS Knights ball. 15 on their clock.
A little bit too wide on the zone that time. Esho was able to figure out actually where to go to. They got to talk on defense, the Wolf Warriors, and they got to talk on offense here for the CLS Knights.
Look at the defense of the Wolf Warriors here. Esho contested three. It's good!
And Maxi Esho is doing the only thing you need to do, the only thing they can do against the zone defense of the Wolf Warriors. Knock down those outside shots. That's 8 straight points now for Maxi Esho.
All 8 points of the CLS Knights coming from one guy, and that's Maxi Esho. Monte Brandon with a big steal. CLS down by 3. Brandon again attacking. And this is going to be against Eric Tisby. So 2 shots coming. We got a timeout first called by Coach Matt Skillman. Monte Brandon getting fouled there by Eric Tisby. Wolf Warriors up by 3, 78-75.
What I want to do is a one-man zone. I want to put Eddie right here in the middle and everybody else guards. If you're away from the ball, you got 2 and you got to rotate. Eddie, you got to protect it. You got to protect the rim. You got to help if you're on the backside. Okay? So we're like this almost, okay? So Max is bringing the ball here. If you're here in the corner, just come up to the screen. Almost like quick.
OK， 暫停時間到，比賽繼續。我哋用掌聲，俾啲鼓勵我哋澳門之狼好嘛？
Back to the action, enjoying the 4th quarter play between these 2 teams, CLS Knights and the Wolf Warriors. Monte Brandon could be the 2nd guy to score here in the 4th quarter for CLS, but I might have jinxed that on that free throw.
Well, he still has a game-high 22, but it's been a quiet 22 after the 12 he had in the first quarter, only 2 in the second. And Brandon needs to come to life here. They're only down by 2 at this point.
1 possession game. It's 78-76. It was as big as 9 points earlier, 75-66. So a 10-2 run by the CLS Knights. Or 3-2 run, or 3-10 run.
Oh, how did he find him?
Tsai Chen, again, going to Eddie Curry down low.
And again, you know, the 8 assists, you're starting to wonder how he could find Eddie Curry amidst all this traffic, and Eddie Curry's going to get to the line.
So again, good setup there by Tsai Chen. Again, 8 times in this game for Chen. Eddie Curry now back to the free throw line. 12 points so far for Curry.
6 of 9 shooting, however, he's that first free throw is going to be missed. But again, Eddie Curry establishing himself in the post, and I'm sure the other teams are starting to watch the Wolf Warriors very carefully right now. Yes, they did start 0 for 8 in this season, but they're starting to come together. You know, I was telling you before, and I think we mentioned this earlier, I've never seen a 0-8 team this upbeat coming into a game.
Good energy and camaraderie, of course, amongst the players of the Wolf Warriors. Brandon Jawado. Brandon attacking with the left hand, it drops.
Again, Brandon has to get very, very involved right now. He's been taking a backseat to everybody else. 4th quarter should be his quarter, and it's only a 1-point lead now for the Wolf Warriors.
So a 12-4 run by the CLS Knights. Tsai Chen, open look from 13 feet.
He's not going to miss if nobody puts a hand in his face right there. Everybody tried to gamble. Somebody tried to gamble for the steal, left him wide open.
Cornyawan Hesitating on that free. He goes to Esho. Maxi looking for Brandon. Cornyawan, the open look. One dribble in. That's good for Sandy Cornyawan.
That's what Sandy Cornyawan gives. You know, you want to stop playing zone right now when you have a noted shooter like Sandy Cornyawan on the floor. We have a tie game.
81 all. 6:09 remaining here in the fourth. They go to Chai Chen here. Mike Bell. Back to Chai Chen. He's got the smaller defender. No good on the three. And Brandon getting the rebound. Monte now. He's going to be working against Leung. Sandy Cornyawan again fires. That time it was short.
They dodged the bullet that time. That was a great screen provided to free up Cornyawan.
81 all. Eric Tisby. Lobs it up to Chai Chen here. Double teamed Tisby. Late to go to Mike Bell. Chai Chen, 7 seconds to shoot. And a foul against the CLS Knights.
A little bit of hesitation with regards to the offense right now for the Wolf Warriors. The defense has really stepped up now for the CLS Knights. They're switching everything. And then when somebody attacks, they just go into a zone defense. It clogs up the lane.
Yeah.
Sort of makes you think of what to do next.
13 foul called against the CLS Knights. And Tisby going to Leung, who drives, kicks it out to Mike Bell, who shoots, and he scores.
Yeah, that's gotta happen. You know, Mike Bell can't be passive at this point of the game. He's been passing the ball to everybody who's more open than him. He's got to take and make those shots.
Mike Bell with 15. Esho driving. And that's going to be a foul against Chai Chen.
Well, that's going to be the third on Chai Chen.
Also the third team foul of the Wolf Warriors. Chai Chen.
Well, Eddie Curry's sort of limping towards Matt Skillman. I know he re-aggravated the groin pull right now. He's asking to be replaced, actually, at this point, Martin.
Yeah, you see here Chris Shentu going to the scorer's table. Maxi Esho at the free throw line again, providing the goods for the CLS Knights here in the fourth quarter, spearheading the comeback. He's got 9 points here in the fourth. Maxi cuts down the lead to 1 point.
Yeah, Eddie Curry didn't look really good walking over to the bench. Let's hope he didn't re-aggravate that groin injury. He's worked so hard, you know, to come back from.
That's right, Eddie Curry playing 26 minutes today, Noel. Yeah. Most action he's gotten so far in the year. Chris Shentu. They go to Chai Chen here. He's got Esho on him. Oh, Esho with a steal. Look out, Maxi on the move.
Oh!
Good strip by Eric Tisby, though. Splendid transition defense from Tisby.
Eric Tisby is listed at 5'8". He looks like he's 5'5", but felt like a 7-footer there. Just went underneath, and I don't know where Tisby actually tapped the ball.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
It's a good stop by Tisby in transition, preventing the easy basket of Maxi Esho. 4:48 remaining.
Yeah, our Filipino referee Glenn Cornelio making sure that there are no slick spots at midcourt. A little housekeeping.
A lot of time here for CLS. Maxi Esho working against Mike Bell here. He is looking for a teammate. He gets it to Panagan. Floater in the lane. No good. Here comes Tisby. Wolf Warriors up by a point. Eric on the pull-up. In and out.
I don't know if Eric Tisby has had any rest here in the second half.
And Maxi Esho on the attack again, and he will draw the foul on Chai Chen.
Let's see if that's on Chai Chen. It might go on Tisby, though. They do give it to Chai Chen. That's his fourth.
4 fouls on Chai Chen here. Big development. Leading scorer in the game for the Wolf Warriors with 4 fouls.
And he's playing center right now for the team. So I don't know if you try to go back to Lee Jun or Sun Hefeng at this point. A very crucial stretch of this game.
Take a look at the attack here. And Maxi Esho running into Chai Chen. Free throws coming for Maxi. An extended rest also we are seeing for Stephen Hurt of CLS.
Well, they don't need him on the floor right now. Actually, this is a very intriguing and effective lineup for Coach Brian Rousum with Maxi Esho playing center. So it's practically small ball,
For
but
both
it's
sides.
very effective. Yeah, very effective.
So Maxi short on the free throw, tied at 84 apiece. 4 and 20 remaining in the fourth frame. Fantastic finish coming up. Sai Chen sidesteps, draws the personal foul, and that's going to be against Panagan.
And Chai Chen's got to make sure that he makes the most of the minutes he's left with right now. He is on the floor with 4 fouls with more than 4 minutes to go. So when it comes to defense, I don't know. They might zone up again, but with Sandy Corneawan on the floor for the CLS Knights, that might be playing with fire if you're Coach Matt Skillman.
Chance to space up the floor here for the CLS Knights with Sandy. So Tsai Chen goes to the free throw line here. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. He's got 23 points to go along with all of those assists. 9 dimes so far for Tsai Chen. Drops in the free throw.
Yeah, he's on his way to probably matching or even surpassing his season high of 28, which he scored in the loss on the road against Hong Kong Eastern.
That was also a close game in Southern Stadium. Tsai Chen will be sent to the bench here. Sun coming in.
Now Sun is tall, all right? Now this kid looks like he's about 6'9", 6'10". But it is his first action of the season, so that's a lot to ask for a newcomer. But he has to step up. There's a reason why he's on the team. He's got to show it right now.
Check this, Noel. Both Eddie Curry and Stephen Hurt are back on the floor. 86-84. Brandon Jawado. He's got Shentu on him. Jawado drives left. Jawado attacks. Jawado draws the foul on his way to the hoop.
Now, Chris Shentu actually played great defense until he put his hands down to try and block Brandon Jawado. All you have to do is just stay with him. He was going to miss the shot anyway, but the moment that you put your hands down, you give the officials a chance to call a foul. And that's going to put actually the Wolf Warriors over the limit.
All important free throws here for Brandon Jawado with under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. He has scored 12 points, a good bounce back game for Brandon, who only scored 6 against San Miguel Ala Pilipinas. But that's his first miss at the free throw line tonight.
Love that matchup, you know, between Brandon Jawado and Kalen Chong-Sun. Two bangers in the post.
And Jawado drops in the second. 1 point lead for the Wolf Warriors.
And I like this sub, you know, bringing in Jennings Leung. You give him time to reassess the situation they're in right now. They will need a shooting down the stretch. And hold on, there's a...
They're trying to clarify a call here.
Looks like a clock issue, actually.
So it says 3:52 right now, 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay.
So this is a reset for the Wolf Warriors. Mike Bell triggering it in. Eric Tisby, he's going to be working against Panagan here. Sun on the cut. Sun drives. No good on the banker. Eddie Curry working hard down low. He gets it to Mike Bell. 9 seconds to work with. Bell on the turnaround. Difficult shot. It goes. Swish, swish for Mike Bell.
You know, Indonesia or CLS Knights played the best defense of the game right there, except that Mike Bell was still able to get it off.
88-85. Brandon Jawado is looking for Esho and gets it to him. He's got Leung on him. Esho, basketball retrieved by Jawado, who had to fire. Almost went in for Brandon. But the Wolf Warriors will regain possession here. 3 minutes remaining, up by 3 points. Eric Tisby. He's got Panagan on him using that Sun screen. Tisby goes to Sun. A good mismatch here. Sun forces it.
He's got to wait for the offense to flow through him. I know he wants, you know what he wants to do. but he has to wait.
Wow, Wolf Warriors playing good defense on the other end. Jenning Leung transition free, no good. And the ball will remain on the side of the Wolf Warriors.
Wow, the Knights have to talk here about where the ball is going. That's how many times they could have had the ball, but they didn't wind up with it because of the communication problems they're having right now.
88-85, 2.5 remaining in the basketball game. We got a tight one here in Zhuhai, China. 88-85. That is the tally. Wolf Warriors up by 3. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, they are trying to secure their first victory of the season and trying to end 2018 on a positive note.
And they have a lot of tough assignments.
Oh, breakaway by Tisby!
Nobody stayed in front of him.
And
I was about to say, the Wolf Warriors have a lot of tough assignments ahead. They need to get this win to prepare for 2019 on a high note.
Esho, up and under. Esho, no good. Side 10 with a board. Big stop for the Wolf Warriors.
Now the Wolf Warriors have to show how much they've matured over the first 8 games in this final 2 minutes.
Eric Tisby, final 2 minutes of the contest. Tisby gets it back from Tsai Chen. Tisby goes to Tsai Chen. He's got hurt on him. Ball tapped from behind. Hidayat on the layup. Count it plus the foul.
And Arif Hidayat is telling everybody right now, don't think of Wong Wei Long. I'm here on the floor. And Arif Hidayat probably with the biggest basket of his ASEAN Basketball League career right there.
Beating Eric Tisby on that fast break play. Arif Hidayat.
Yeah, long under the shadows of Mario Wuisang.
Yeah.
When Wuisang was still part of the squad, and now with the addition of Wong Wei Long, Arif Hidayat has been a perpetual backup. Today could be the day he actually makes a mark as a starter. But the job still isn't done for the CLS Knights.
All important free throw here for Arif Hidayat. First trip to the line today or tonight. Drops it in. Lead is down to 2. Eric Tisby will set the table for the Wolf Warriors.
As he hurt is trying to front Eddie Curry right now.
Here's the cross-court pass. They go to Mike Bell. Handoff to Leung. Leung searching for a teammate. He gets it to Tisby. Dropping Hidayat. And a foul here against Arif Hidayat.
That's going to mean free throws now for Eric Tisby. Both teams are over the limit. And Eric Tisby, he has been a silent contributor in this game. Only 13 points, but impact points for the 30-year-old former CBA practice player, actually.
That's right. Eric Tisby, 13 points with 5 rebounds and 9 assists
there
as
you
well.
Go. There you go. Those 9 assists, he and Tsai Chen have done a great job facilitating. But again, the job's not yet over. 5 of 13, you're going to forgive that if you win.
Yeah, still perfect at the free throw line though, 3 for 3. But I think the biggest impact on the floor for Tisby has been the 3 takeaways.
Yes.
Big steals down the stretch for Tisby.
Right, how about that defense he played on Maxi Esho on the breakaway earlier?
And Tisby 2 for 2.
Coach Matt Skillman shared with me earlier, he loves winning, but he hates losing more. Does it end today?
That's something we will need to find out. 1 minute and 14 remaining in the game. Brandon Jawado hands it off to Esho. Monte Brandon runs into trouble, nowhere to go. 3 seconds remaining on the clock. Esho fires. No good.
Nobody wanted to take the shot for the Knights.
Wow. Another big stop for the Wolf Warriors, Noel.
Right. All 3 imports able to touch the ball. Brandon Jawado able to touch the ball. Nobody wanted to put it up.
So under a minute remaining, we've got a 2-possession game. Could this be the first win for the Wolf Warriors in their inaugural season? Eric Tisby will bring the ball down. Tisby looking for Tsai Chen. Instead goes to Jenning Leung. Back to Tisby. 10 seconds to work with. Sights and fakes. Moves closer. Oh! Ball stolen away. Picked up by Hurt. And Stephen Hurt is on the move. He will pull up and pass it to his teammate. Idayat for three. No good. Mike Bell with a rebound.
You got a foul.
Wow.
Crowd senses it already. This isn't over yet, though.
Free throws.
Matt Skillman was sharing with me. He is, I think, about 14 wins away from 200 as a coach in his career.
This is a step closer to that goal as Eric Tisby goes back to the free throw line here. He has been perfect, 4 out of 4 in his 2 trips.
And you know, Brian Rossum is going to look at this, he's going to look at the video of this game and figure out what happened to Monte Brandon after an explosive first quarter. Yes, he did come up with a total of 25 points, but after 12 in the first, he sort of disappeared in the second. Not only sort of, he only scored 2 points in the second, was a non-factor practically in the third, tried to get it going here in the fourth, but suddenly nobody wanted to shoot anymore in this fourth quarter, so it's more of the implosion of the CLS Knights that could be the storyline. But again, let's not take the moment away right now from Eric Tisby and the rest of the Wolf Warriors. They've worked very hard to get to this point. And they could be 23 seconds away, Martin, from registering their very first win as a franchise here in the ABL.
5 for 5 at the line for Eric Tisby. Again, making it count here. 6-point lead. 23.4 seconds remaining. Coach Brian Rossum calls for time. Ball is with the CLS Knights. 23.4 seconds remaining. It's 94-88, a 2-possession game. CLS, they will need a quick basket here, Noel.
Not just any basket, they need a 3-point shot right now. The first 3-point shot available, and Wolf Warriors not gonna play zone at this point, so you're gonna have to get 2 screens coming up to free up a shooter. Sandy Cornyawan is on the floor. Let's see if he becomes an option. He is immediately the first option.
Sandy fires, no good. Mike Bell with the rebound. Oh, taken away though by Esho. Another opportunity for CLS. He fires over 2 defenders, no good. 10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. And they will foul Eric Tisby here. Wolf Warriors.
Again, I was telling you, it's kind of hard to find another team that's 0-8 and be as upbeat as this group. They kept on believing. Matt Skillman's hard work has finally paid off. This is win number 1, impending for them with 7.1 seconds to go. It's still a long season, but they're going to cherish this one.
Eric Tisby goes back to the free throw line where he continues to be perfect. How about Tisby providing the biggest free throws, the biggest baskets for the Wolf Warriors? 17 points, 100% from the line, and still perfect to end. 96-88. 4 seconds remaining. 2 seconds. And there you have it. First win in the books for the Wolf Warriors here in Zhuhai, China.
Well, that's half happiness and half, you know, sadness as well for Matt Skillman, finally getting his first win as a head coach here in the ASEAN Basketball League, but had to do it at the expense of his best friend, Brian Rossum. These 2 guys are going to have dinner tonight, but this moment belongs to the Wolf Warriors, down by 16 at one point in the game, Martin, and the fighting spirit just lived on until the 4th period. They had a 9-point lead, lost it, and gained enough steam to get win number 1. 1-8 is still better than 0-9.
That's right. This is a good first victory to again end 2018 for the Wolf Warriors. Ending the year on a positive note, a chance for a fresh start in the coming year. 1-8 in the season. CLS will fall down to 2-6.
And you know what? For the Wolf Warriors, they can cherish this win. They can savor this win right now. But you have to remember, they are in a division where you got the Macau Black Bears.
That's right.
You have the Hong Kong Eastern, and you have Ala Pilipinas as well.
Tough bracket for the Wolf Warriors, but a good encouraging win. As we see here, rebounding advantage for the Wolf Warriors, 14. And that's been one of the keys for their win here against CLS.
And the one thing they have to look out for, of course, was the turnovers. That's one of the reasons why that 9-point lead disappeared in the fourth quarter. You can see Lobo, the team owner, is so happy.
Ecstatic.
Yeah, ecstatic with win number 1, but this is a long season, Martin. They are 1-8 right now. They may still have a chance if they string it together, but as you say, they're in a division. It's one of the toughest in the league. Can they survive it?
Yeah.
That's going to be the next question that we have.
So, Noel, if you would pick a best player of the game, who would it be from the side of the Wolf Warriors?
Well, Chai Chen actually rose above everybody else from this one, and you know, I gotta give props, of course, to the big game played towards the end by Eric Tisby as well. So they just had great numbers to show. I love the almost 20 assists between those two guys,
That's
Chai Chen and Eric Tisby. They were the big catalyst in this win. But Eddie Curry, he's back, and he's gonna be a monster after this game.
Eddie Curry playing 30 minutes today. Most he's played all season long. 13 points, 6 out of 9 from the field, putting down 3 rebounds as well. But Tai Chen, all right, 25 points, an efficient 10 out of 15 from the field, 6 rebounds and 9 assists. On the other side, you got Eric Tisby with 19 points, 5 rebounds and 9 assists as well, and more importantly, 8 out of 8 from the free throw line, and providing the cushion towards the end game for the Wolf Warriors. Now go up to 1-8 on behalf of our broadcast team here in Zhuhai, China. My partner knows Arte, always a pleasure. This is Martin Javier saying thank you, and we say good night from Zhuhai, China, here inside the Domain Gymnasium for the ASEAN Basketball League season number 9.